guys, I'm Jerusha and you're watching Jerusha Couture TV. To say, I did Instagram live for the first time ever the other day. Thank you so much to everybody who came on that live chat. Is that what it is? It is kind of like a live chat. Thank you so much to everybody who said hi to me. We had people from like all around the globe. It was crazy. And at one point in the chat, I said, oh, like I just wish Mum was here. Because she finds it unbelievable where everybody's from, especially if you follow me and then you follow her on her Instagram and you tell her where she's from. She's like, oh my gosh, someone from Texas is talking to me. Anyway, I was like, I posted, there's an option to post the live, the Insta live, to post it on your Insta stories live, no wait, to post the Insta live session onto your Insta stories, not live obviously, but to just recap it for 24 hours. That's really hard to explain. On your Insta stories, there's an option to watch it. Even though I'm not quite sure why you'd want to sit there for an hour and watch a live feed that you weren't on when it was live. Is everyone getting how many times I say live? Anyway, and I was saying to Mum, oh my gosh, like I did this thing on Instagram, you should go and watch it because I've posted it. It was live, but you should watch it. And she was like, oh yes, no I did. And I said, oh, cool, wasn't it amazing? I said, it's still up for 24 hours. She goes, no, I watched it. I said, yeah, after it was live. She goes, no, I watched it when it was live. I said, what? And she said, yes, I was dropping something off before an appointment and I had 5 to 10 minutes. So when I went on Instagram, it said that you were live. So I was watching. And I was like, you were watching when I was live? You should have said hi. Anyway, it was so funny. She was just like, yes, it was very fascinating where all the people were from. You guys, it was insane. Like, just shout out to everybody who came on and said hi to me. I just find it so fascinating to be able to talk to you guys real time all around the world. So every time I do an Insta live now, and I'm hooked, like I'm like, can I do an Insta live this morning before I do my makeup? Like I can do my makeup with them. And then I was just like, no, because I'll just faff around and I won't get on here to film this unboxing. But I'm so hooked. I keep thinking, how can I do an Insta live? Or can I just go on? Or can I just, anyway. So what I do is I post on Insta, like a picture saying that I'm going to do Insta live at this time. I did that for the first one and it worked perfectly. So I'm going to work out when's a good time globally for everyone to kind of line up with Australia, which I feel like is now more morning time. So yes, I'm very excited to do my next Insta live. It is just so great. I am here today with an unboxing. This was from the vlog. If you did just watch my last vlog, thank you so much. I took Mussy to Westfield Bondi Junction mainly to go and see my essay in Louis Vuitton, Serena, and the other sales associate, Stella, who love Mussy and they hadn't seen him since he was, I think, 8 months old. And I just really wanted them to see him. It was so busy in there. It was crazy. They're renovating, they're remodeling. So it was this tiny little boutique at the moment. Temporary. It will be finished next month and they're having the huge launch party, which they sent me out an invitation to. So hopefully I can take you guys to that and vlog the event. That would be great. Okay, but I am here today for this unboxing. I did pick up a few other things. I'm gonna do this today because I want to show you it, obviously, and I said it went hand in hand what was in this box, so let's get into it. And I don't do disclaimers anymore. You can get your life, you know what this is about. This is luxury. I gotta keep the haters fed, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep them happy. This is my newest purchase from Louis Vuitton. Here is our proof of purchase down on the side in the yellow card. It is just in there. My essay is Serena. I will give you the price and the item code at the end. Here is our gorgeous big box. The reason this box is so large is because I requested right there at the end, that's why I had to go for a walk with Mussy. I requested for this bag this is a bag. I requested for this bag to be wrapped up, stuffed, and here it is. Here it is in its dust bag with Louis Vuitton on the front, and the item that I got flown in from Melbourne by Serena is the Louis Vuitton Speedy bandolier in size 25 in Damier Ebene canvas. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You guys, if you've followed me for a while, you obviously know that I am Speedy B 25 obsessed, especially in my monogram. I rave about it in the monogram. I think it's so classic in the monogram. I have wanted now to add for quite some time it in Damier Ebene. I love Damier Azur as well, however I would get that pre-loved due to the fact that I don't like Damier Azur and you. It just freaks me out too much. So when this opportunity came up and Serena found one in Australia, so that's what I said at the end of my vlog, is that they're becoming a little bit more scarce or a little bit harder to get your hands on due to restrictions in quantity or whatnot. Whatever we spoke about in that vlog, if you didn't watch it, go back and watch the end. I explained that. But Serena found one in Melbourne and there was, I think it was like one left showing on the computer in Melbourne, and she was just like, I'll overnight it to Sydney and you can come and pick it up. It is absolutely beautiful. That is why I get it stuffed, is because a Speedy compacts flat. I'm sure you've seen many unboxings where they compact flat and they get their creases in them. It's fine, they come out, but I just prefer to sort of have it that started from the second you buy it so that it's sort of sitting up nice and straight. I can already tell you straight away, compared to my monogram, this is that soft, you know, very supple kind of canvas, completely like a different feel, very much like the Palm Springs backpack compared to my monogram canvas on my Speedy 25 bandolier. Yeah, much more supple. Again, can't answer why, but because it is a Speedy, we have, unfortunately, the dull brass. It's not that super shiny brass. Let me go ahead and hold it up next to my, there we go, perfect example of dull versus shiny. So here's my Damier Ebene cosmetic case, GM size, and it's got, look at that, it's just so shiny. And then you just, Speedies are just dull, okay? I get asked why, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe the factories just have set hardware for Speedies and it's dull. Okay, it's dull. So dull zipper pulls, but there we go. We have the dual zipper pull because it can lock, which is fantastic. Your D-rings and your, unfortunately, rivets are all dull. But, yep, Louis Vuitton, we have our banded straps on the side. This is all coated leather because it is the Damier Ebene. I did get a question, hi Doll, I can't remember who it was from, that she sent her Speedy back or returned it because it wasn't that super shiny kind of coated, see that, see on the Neverfull, that coated, really shiny, almost like a varnished looking coated leather, and that's what this is as well. And I can tell you the answer to that is it's almost like a little bit, she goes, it's a bit rubbery. It's not that super shiny. That is because it's a new kind of coated leather as well to stop the cracking. So especially on a Neverfull, to stop the cracking. Look, their quality issues and things like that with canvas pieces has obviously escalated and gotten, I don't think it's anything to do with factories. A lot of people ask me, is it factories, you know, this factory versus that factory? No, I just think it's just a quality control issue. They can't get their hands on all of it to sort of go through it all, to make sure that all of the materials and fabrications are matching up. So this is that kind of dull leather as well. Do I mind? No, not at all. I'm not fussy like that, it's weird. I don't particularly mind at all. So the two banded straps on the side, puffy chaps, because it's a new Speedy. Oh, that is so smooth. Oh my god, this zipper is so smooth. Let me hold it by the D-ring. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is so smooth. That's the smoothest zipper I think I've ever had. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful to open and close. And then a good shot down inside, the bright red lining. We have the strap, and we have the lock and keys there in their own little baggie. That's very cute. And then this is the new model, so the actual interior pocket, which is the same size, has its own zipper, which I think it's a cute added feature. I don't particularly mind. I don't feel like my items ever fell out of the little pockets in my monogram. So here we go. I have the like SKU card. There you go, with the code on it, and then just the fabrication textiles card as well. So yep, there's the little feature of the zipper. Again, still dull, still dull hardware, but that's okay. Maiden stamp on a bandolier is same as Keepall. So this says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France, stamped down here on the bottom. Date code on a Speedy is always found underneath the slip pocket, or it's not a slip pocket anymore, the interior pocket is AA2167, so 26th week of 2017. So that's 3 holes on one side and 3 holes on the other side, and they're set on the longest. You have both of the claw clasps there that say Louis Vuitton on either side. How funny! So this is the this is the shiny brass hardware. Great. So the strap doesn't match the bag. I think somebody else said this as well. Do you know, I didn't pay any attention with my monogram. I really didn't. So there is your dull, and here is the strap, so it doesn't match. Wow, yeah, it doesn't. Somebody told me that. Two people told me that. Someone told me that in an email, and somebody commented on a video that they don't match. If it is going to bother you, I can understand that. Yeah, that could be frustrating. Again, I have no answers as to why they do that. None. Okay, so there we go. Strap on. Very nice. And I think I would say I'm going to have to get used to the fact that it is quite, look, it's not, you know, natural cowhide leather that patinas and gets soft, and the vachetta gets so soft and supple and molds to your body. So I'm probably going to have to get used to the fact this is a little bit firmer. But my pochette Matisse is firmer too, because it is all canvas strap. So there it is. Now I'm sure you can all guess what is in this box. At the moment, Samorga is really reaching out to a lot of us here in the luxury community. Millie reached out to me and just said, Jerusha, can we send you an organizer? You've bought from us before. And I was like, yes, honey. Oh my gosh, I am a #1 Samorga bag organizer supporter. There are a lot of bag organizers out there, but in my opinion, Samorga is truthfully the top, the cream of the crop. I think they're fantastic. Price-wise, it's whatever you want to pay. Personally, it doesn't faze me. I just think being from Korea and knowing the factories, I used to have a factory or contract to a factory in Seoul, and it's just such good quality. So I'm happy to pay that kind of price. Doesn't faze me really. There are a lot of other companies that have come out with felt bag organizers, but truthfully, nothing tops Samorga. I heard about Samorga through my gorgeous friend Tanya. Handbag LVR, hi babe, and I've never looked back. I think they're fantastic. So when they contacted me, there is their little logo. Wait, is that upside down? Yes. There is their logo. I will leave the link to their website below, but they are incredibly famous for their felt bag organizers, as you can see here. And this is the bag organizer for the Speedy 25, and this is in their new 3-ply, so 3 mil thick of felt, so it's a lot thicker. I have the 2 mil in my Birkin, and I have just the normal 1 mil in my GM Neverfull, and that's in, is that in natural or neutral? I'll put the colors below, natural, and that's in Dune. or dark dune, and they're so great. They just are amazing. They're so well made. So this, I can already tell straight away, is so much thicker. Millie reached out to me. I was like, yes, girl. I knew I was going to try and get my hands on this, and it was perfect to just hook me up with some red. Is this the red? I have to find out. The crimson, I think it is. Crimson Samorga Bag organizer to go inside my Speedy 25. Pop it in, so you just, you kind of fold it in together like so, and just thread it in on its side, like that. And then twist it, yeah. Twist it down on an angle, and then push it nicely. So this is the one with kind of, I guess you'd call it one drink bottle holder. I don't ever put a drink bottle in my drink bottle holders. I just put my sunglasses and my reading glasses, but this is the one. I have two on my Birkin, but this is just with one on one side. Plastic. So there it is down inside the Speedy. Can we see it? Fits perfectly. So this is custom made for the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25. Honestly, Samorga make them for a range of bags, and they also custom make for you so they can give you the sizes. Of course, I said to Millie, I love my Subies and I'll definitely take one of your bag organizers, but can you give me a code or a coupon code or a discount code or something for these fantastic followers if they want to get their hands on it, something, a little incentive? And she was like, sure, no worries, girl. So if you use my coupon code Jerusha, just Jerusha, I will leave it below, you will receive 20% off a full purchase, a full price purchase of a Samorga bag organizer, and that is such a great discount code. So go ahead and use it if you're looking for a bag organizer. Trust me, guys, you won't be disappointed. I think they are just the top of the line. And if you're going to pay this much for a handbag, you may as well go ahead and just get a really beautiful bag organizer. Guys, so there is my bag with my bag organizer in it. I'm just going to quickly show you the lock and keys that go with a Speedy. Again, shiny. Very, 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 very shiny. Wow, there you go. That is shiny, shiny brass. And lastly, okay, codes. So I showed you the code of it. It is N41368. That is the code you can find on the website here in Australia. This bag retails in Australia at the moment for $1,740. We always include tax in Australia. So $1,740 will get you a Speedy V25. Ask your essays, look online. I need to tell you that the online shop is completely separate stock to the boutiques. So what the online stockies might be able to send out to the boutiques, but the boutiques can't get the online stock, if that makes sense. So if you see it on the site and you want to snap it up there and you're on a wait list in a boutique, go ahead and do that. Again, I did say in that video, ask your essays, inquire, ring the hotline, look online for sure on the online boutique. But yeah, you can get your hands on them. Shout out to Amanda. Hi, doll. I just watched her unboxing and I was sitting there like, yes, girl, because I knew I was going to be unboxing it. And she was just like, you know, saying, oh, I knew I had to sort of eventually get my hands on it. I was like, yes, honey, I am the biggest advocate for this bag. Just because I feel like, especially because when Bandolier first came out, it was kind of like the underdog. Speedy 30 Bandolier was just like, everyone was on that because it's that whole medium kind of Goldilocks size, whereas this kind of shies away. But this proportionately is so amazing. It holds a ton. If that is your issue, it really, really holds a lot of items. That is everything. That brings me to the end of my unboxing of my handbag that I picked up from that vlog. I picked up some other goodies, but I can unbox them another time. I just really wanted to get this out and have a play with it and play with the organizer inside. Again, thank you so much to Samorga for sending me that. And issuing me with a coupon code for you guys as well to shop with a discount. That is so fantastic. If you enjoyed this video and my last vlog, please give me a thumbs up. I love seeing a thumbs up on my videos. It also shows me that you're enjoying my content. And subscribe to my channel already and you wish to do so, guys. That would be really great. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Peace.